The Comanche people are a Native American tribe originally from the Great Plains region of North America. They have a rich history, culture, and influence on the history of the United States, particularly in the 18th and 19th centuries. The Comanche originally belonged to the Shoshone tribe and lived in the Great Basin region of what is now the western United States. Around the late 17th century, they split from Shoshone and migrated southward on to the southern plains, likely driven by competition for resources and the acquisition of horses. The Comanche were among the first Native American tribes to fully adopt the use of horses, which they obtained from the Spanish in the 1600s. Horse revolutionized their way of life, transforming them into expert horsemen and skilled hunters. The horse became central to their culture, economy, and warfare. They became known as the Lords of the Plains due to their dominance over vast territories stretching from present-day Texas and Oklahoma to New Mexico and Kansas. The Comanche were originally nomadic, relying heavily on buffalo, hunting for food, clothing, and shelter. They used buffalo hides to make teepees. They also gathered wild plants and traded with other tribes and European settlers. They were adept traders, dealing in horses, buffalo hides, and captives. Their trade network extended as far as Mexico and Canada. Raiding was a central aspect of their economy and way of life, both as a means of acquiring resources and a demonstration of power. The Comanche were organized into autonomous bands with their own leadership. Bands often cooperated but maintained independence. Leaders or chiefs were chosen based on their skill in battle, wisdom, and ability to make decisions for the group. The Comanche forged alliances with the tribes of the Kiowa, but were often in conflict with others such as the Apache and the Spanish. And initially, the Comanche engaged in trade with European settlers, but over time, as settlers encroached on their lands, relations grew hostile. The Comanche fiercely resisted American and Mexican expansion during the 19th century. Their raids and battles were legendary for their intensity and skill, and culminated in the Comanche Wars. By the mid-19th century, the Comanche's power began to wane due to the decimation of the buffalo herds, their primary resource, by settlers and hunters. Disease outbreaks like smallpox introduced by Europeans which devastated their populations, and military campaigns by the US Army such as Red River War from 1874 to 1875 which aimed to subdue the tribe. In 1875, the Comanche were forced onto reservations, particularly the Fort Sill Indian Reservation in present-day Oklahoma. The transition was devastating as it disrupted their traditional way of life and subjected them to government policies aimed at assimilation. Today, the Comanche Nation is headquartered in Lawton, Oklahoma, and has a population of approximately 17,000 enrolled members. Efforts are being made to preserve the Comanche language, which is part of the Uto-Aztecian language family. And the Comanche Nation in modern day operates various enterprises, including casinos, to support its people. The Comanche continue to thrive as a sovereign nation, preserving their heritage while adapting to modern challenges.